as possible. Let everybody know what happened. How did it happen? What's the timeline? Because I was not included. I don't know if anybody else was. But I think I see a couple shaking heads, so it appears that at least four of us weren't even aware of it. And this is a board that's supposed to be transparent and working together. I mean, I don't see that as working together, so I'm hoping you can help me.
When I called you before the reorganization meeting, I gave you, we talked about the shared vision of the board. My recollection is that you really did not want to participate in that. And it was at that time that whoever wanted to participate in the shared vision decided to research firms, local firms in the area that are very reputable in school law. And that was before we were sworn in. They were sworn in. So we met and we interviewed firms.
Who's they?
What do you mean they?
You said before they were sworn in. Can you be more specific?
Well, I mean the people who were just elected that agreed to share the vision. So
The vision, this is weird.
they're all sitting here.
So who are they? So I wasn't offered to share a vision. We didn't talk about, like, here's the thing. So his question was that your response was that he has a week, that we had a week. But there's a lot of stuff that happened before that. And the purpose of this meeting tonight is to get all of our answers to the questions that we have. Because you're coming up, usually we would have a discussion, we'd know what was wrong with Eastburn and Gray, and the full board would talk about that, whether publicly or covered under executive session. And then we would form a subcommittee, and we'd go out and we would interview. We would pick a minority to go ahead, or even have multiple subcommittees, so everybody had a chance to interview these firms in pockets. And then you would choose, we'd get together and we would choose, the pluses and minuses for each one, and make sure that we're doing our due diligence. What I'm finding is that we need to know how we went from nothing. Your vision that said nothing about we need to change Eastburn and Gray. This is what we need to change with Eastburn and Gray. And if you would like, we're going to do some interviewing, and I'd like you to share in that vision. I shared in that vision, but nobody ever offered me to meet with these different groups. So my question is, please explain, after you did the vision and you collected, apparently it's you and the three new board members met before they were sworn in, and that's important because you said you didn't break sunshine laws. I think I got that from Ed, and I heard you said the same thing. So you made sure to say that the sunshine law in spirit, in actuality, wasn't because of timing, but all of these people were board members. The five of you met, you did not disclose it to me. I'm going to say that you didn't disclose it to Mr. Hickey, Mr. Roosevelt, or Ms. Horner, or even, I think, Andy Senko, until last Friday. The first that any of us got a whiff that you were doing this was when you asked the school district for the contract for Eastburn and Gray. And I say, this guy was very honest. When he told me you guys met, the five of you, with Mr. Taylor, like, I can't believe it. Thank you for being honest, but this doesn't seem cold. This is getting a little weird. And so my point is that we need to explain, because I'm saying it, but the rationale for because this is our chance, and you have to answer these questions. Why did the five of you decide to fire Eastburn and Gray? They're not even here today, which I'm not comfortable having this discussion without a solicitor, because you don't know Roberts, unless you're an expert in Roberts rules. Who's going to ask? I have other questions that are legal about this, and you're not going to be able to answer them. So we should take.
It is Eastburn and Gray's decision not to be here tonight.
I read the email, and I think I believe that. I called them and asked them to have somebody come tonight. I requested, and I don't think Mrs. Summers wanted to have her last meeting here doing this. And Aaron had another meeting. I don't know how she has a conflict. I don't understand how they have a conflict of interest a conflict in schedule. when they're supposed to be here with us. So again,